Chapter 32, Asthma. The other emails from Vic explained that while in Mayapur, his asthma caught fire, and the standard every India trip parasitic intestinal infection caught him as well. Vic had requested that we help out with some Western medicines, an interesting turn for him. The next day I wrote back, Vic, we're relieved to hear that you survived the train wreck unharmed. It must have been a terrible experience. We're certainly glad that Krishna doesn't think it's time for you to die. We certainly don't think so either. Being so far away in both space and time made the experience even more frightening for us. We have calmed down quite a bit today. Yesterday was something else. Your asthma and general health also have us concerned. The aspirators prescription medicine are not available over the counter. Tomorrow I will go to Tijuana and see if it can be purchased there. We will go to the local health food store and find some licorice and hopefully some anti-parasite grapefruit seed stuff. If not available, Mom has the address of an Indian grocery and herb store that we will also try. Your health insurance definitely works in Europe, but I'm not sure about India. Best thing to do is to find a doctor before you need one and check out where they accept the insurance program. If they don't take the insurance card, they might be able to tell you of a doctor who does. Europe should be less problematic. Be careful not to overuse any of these medications. There's always the possibility that the breathing problems are symptoms of another problem like pneumonia. If you have a fever or feel especially weak, please seek expert help, go to a doctor. Also be careful not to overuse the inhalers. Usually there's some number of times per day and the number of consecutive days of use. Overuse might be directly dangerous and probably will also cause your body to become resistant to the beneficial effects. We want you to come back to San Diego today. We're afraid that you're not taking proper care of your health. Please come back and invest the time it will take to regain your strength and health. We'll take you to the doctors and clinics necessary to get to the bottom of this problem. Your asthma should be getting better, not worse, as you grow older. Attacks seem to be coming more frequently and more intensely than before. Something needs to be corrected. Pay attention to these warning signals. You appear to be too busy with other things to take care of your body. Why do you mock your Krishna by mistreating your body when he wouldn't let you even be harmed by a mighty train wreck? Who are you to treat your gift of life so carelessly? If, as I expect, you do not return immediately, at least promise to do a better job at your health care. Don't overwork, don't undersleep, eat a wide variety of foods, get daily exercise, don't ignore problems. Take steps to correct problems you already know about. Avoid situations that will make you ill. When you do return to the States, we believe that it is imperative to have your health thoroughly checked. As soon as you are back, we want to take you to the doctor to discover and correct the problems with your health. The sooner the better. We're worried about you. Love, Mom and Dad. The licorice and grapefruit seeds would be easy, but to get prescription medicines without the patient present, or even in the country, would be difficult. Fortunately, Tijuana is close, and many things are possible there. I crossed into Mexico on foot and went to a pharmacy just across the border. No one cared the least about why I wanted the drug, only that I had enough cash. I bought 3. Now I had to cross back into America. What if they wanted to see a prescription for the drugs I was returning with? Without such a piece of paper, I decided to do the only thing possible. Take a chance. The inhalers are small, so I just stuffed them into a pocket of my jacket, and when I asked if I had anything to declare, I said simply, nothing. I guess I'm a good liar as they let me back in without any to do. A few days later, Vic replied and described the progress of his asthma. Dear Mom and Dad, yesterday I got a few additional messages from you concerned about my health and safety. Thank you. What happened with the asthma was I located a good doctor from Australia when I was in Mayapur, the previous spot I wrote you from. This doctor was amazingly good. My asthma was getting worse every day and I was ready to hit the road. She had me breathe in these extracts and herbs in steam, and she did something they call Reiki. Apparently it's a popular thing, but I hardly heard of it before, which is something voodoo-ish where the doctor channels energy into different spots on the body by concentration and mantras. Anyway, the relief it brought was immediate. So even though I had no faith then, I have a lot now. Supposedly, it's especially good for lung problems. From the day of that visit to the doctor, the asthma turned around and started to improve each day instead of worsen. She also put me on this licorice medicine. I had the aspirator and found out about it. Limit is once per hour for 6 hours in a row. Only once the whole time did I use it in an hour interval. I know it's not good for me in the long run, so I cut back on it when possible. Often I use half doses. In any case, my asthma improved significantly in a few days, although it was still there, and I felt confident enough to travel out of Mayapur. My suspicions were then confirmed that the asthma was allergy-induced, because as soon as I left Mayapur, I was breathing the unregulated car exhausts and went to Calcutta train station, which is a city known throughout the world to have the worst air. Still, in all these conditions, which should really make things difficult, I felt better than I had in the last 10 days. I went through the whole train incident with hardly getting more than an occasional wheeze. The last night of the train ride, I used half a dose of the aspirator so I could rest better. My first day in Vrindavan, I wheezed slightly at night, and since then I haven't had a trace of asthma. My health in general has also been strong, and the digestion is keeping pace commendably. When you said we want you to come back to San Diego immediately, what did you have in mind? My plan was that if the asthma continued to worsen outside of Mayapur, then it probably wasn't allergy-induced, or at least the allergy wasn't localized to just the island of Mayapur, and I would leave India early. Arriving in America, I'd see if the asthma subsided, and if not, I would go to a hospital. Although things are better at the moment, I noted your observation that asthma should be getting better with age, but is worsening. I think this is true. I would also like to thoroughly check out my body and fix it up. I'm not so sure that my first choice would be Western medicine because I feel like aspirators, most of it has bad side effects and are best for emergencies rather than recoveries. I'm not throwing them out in total, but I think other medical systems like Chinese, naturopathic, Ayurvedic, etc. are better for regaining general health. I liked your paragraph scolding me for not taking care of my God-given body. To tell you the truth, it's really not that I don't care or don't take care. I just think there's something wronger than I thought. I'd like to do something without killer pills and antibiotics, though. I'd be much more enthusiastic to do and maintain something I had more faith in. You said you'd like to check out my health when I get back to the States. I'd also like to do that. I think ending my involvement in 108 would be very good for my health in the future. The health conditions of a traveling hardcore band are preposterous. I think, with all reason, that could really be the root of why my health is not as good as it should be. Soon I'll find out the dates of the final 108 shows in June. As far as the plan went when I left, it was not many shows, and only on the Northeast. Our school opens on June 17th. I'll see about the dates. Love, Vic.